Whitey Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89. Today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for the Ancient Magus Bride, Season 1, Episode 10, titled We Live and Learn. And for those of you that are following along with me in the manga, where this episode starts adapting from the manga is the bottom of page 6 of chapter 15. And I'm totally fine with that because it is a flashback, so it completely makes sense. But something that I'm having a problem with this series is how much magic lore is being skipped. This is a magic series. Why would you fucking skip content about magic? And this part was skipped in particular. I just did not understand. I don't understand why. And this is about the staff, or in the case of the anime, the wand. Magic is done by borrowing power from fairies and spirits, right? All Fae possess a connection to the gates, the heart of reality. Think of staffs as being convenient tools that help them understand what it is we want to achieve. So it's sort of like a conductor's baton. Yes, that's a good way to put it. A tool to help make your intentions clear. Anyway, that's why Master Lindel wants you to come, Robin. So what? Again, like, this has just been a problem in this series, where it is just skipping like all this content about fucking magic. I don't understand. And then they butchered Elias's lines, which was about, you know, that he's been out too much lately. But this is what it was supposed to be. The land of dragons. I can't say I feel like going out right now. We just got back from a little trip, actually. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, this part was skipped. Joking aside, I don't know why, but I think he was serious about our ramen coming by herself. Sounds like we should respect his wishes. That was completely skipped as well. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, the dragon! Something that's been really bugging me is that Ruth's eyes have been red, but Ruth's eyes, from what I remember, should be green. But maybe I'm just like overthinking it, but anyway, or being too picky. This part was completely okay. Here's what this is why I had to start recording this video over again, because of the placement of this about the Selkie content and stuff like that. But I kind of don't like, I like about we get to see the cloaking magic and stuff like that, but this part was completely skipped. Come to think of it, you came on a dragon, right? Don't you have to worry about people seeing you? And then I used I used magic to hide from prying eyes. It's much faster than swimming across the ocean. Like, that content's here when they're flying on the dragon. So I'm kind of mixed on the placement of it. I'm just happy that the lore is there. Because otherwise it'd be like, really? You're not going to talk about the Selkie stuff? Hold on a second. I just got to make sure of something before I continue this. Okay, let me, there's a little bit of the content that was skipped. Hold on a second. Let me just... I used magic to hide from prying eyes. It's much faster than swimming across the ocean. Yeah, that part was definitely skipped. Or that was somewhat skipped in the scene. But I gotta say, like, I kind of don't mind the placement now because the magic is... Like, seeing the magic is really goddamn cool. So I'm not gonna get all too pissy. This part was skipped, and that kind of annoys me because we didn't get the lore about the dragons, and this is on page 11 of chapter 15, which is if they want to grow big, they grow big, and if they want to stay small, they stay small. Dragons are quick to evolve and devolve as they wish. Like, why would you not even mention that? That's kind of freaking stupid that you didn't mention that. I think everything else from this flashback was there for the most part. Let me just double check. Yes. Okay, so that everything else from the flashback was there. So when I think of the flashback overall, like how it was adapted, it was okay, but like, why would you not talk about the lore of the staff? Like, that just does not make sense. Oh my god. I got something that this part of Ancient Magus Bride is doing like really phenomenally on is the utilization of the score, especially when they're flying through like all these clouds and stuff. Oh my god, it is just gorgeous. The score is fucking fantastic. I love this music so much. Like I think that's my favorite part of this anime in general is the score. It's just, it fits this series so well because it's so, the music is very whimsical and it's very like fantasy wise. I really am enjoying this the music. Like I wouldn't mind buying the soundtrack to the series at all. But oh yeah, and the animation quality is really is pretty good for the most part, minus what they did to Joseph. I'm still pissed about that, by the way. Yes, I am still mad that they fucked up Joseph's backstory. Because Joseph's my favorite character. Like, there was so much animation that could have been done with it. And it's, anyway. But the music that I gotta talk about before I continue on here is like that crescendo that the music had when they were just like going through the clouds. Oh, like it started like, I want to say at a pianissimo and then just crescendo to a forte as they got out of this of like the storm or whatever. Oh, it was so cool. Like, oh my god, I'm a huge music nerd, okay? Wow, we're skipping this too. Last time I flew by dragon, it was in one's mouth, wasn't it? Oh, and then it's supposed to be look, it's Master Lindel. Are we not, wait, is the deer, oh my god, if we do not see this deer, I'm gonna be really pissed. There's the deer! Oh thank god, I was like thinking, if you did not show this the deer in the sled, I was just gonna be like, really, you're not gonna show that? Yes, Lindel, you are fine. Oh man, Lindel is probably Lindel is definitely my second favorite character after, or no, third favorite character. He's in my top 3 because Ruth is awesome. But he is definitely in my top 3 favorite characters. I love, Joseph's definitely my favorite, then it's Ruth, then it's Lindel. So, anime, thank you for doing Lindel justice. He looks fucking fine. This part was skipped. Dragons don't make for comfortable riding, do they? Here, get on. Hold on. There better be multiple deers here and not just one, or this is gonna be hold on, I gotta double check this. I think some of this was here, some of this dialogue was here, but for the most part, or inner monologue, but for the most part it really was skipped, which was this on page 14. It felt like he was off a little somehow. I wonder if he'll be alright. And he was just coming down from whatever that transformation was. Maybe, I shouldn't have come in after all. She say, yes? They have a saying, the east that goes like a borrowed cat. It means someone who grows suddenly quiet in unfamiliar surroundings. Remind you of anyone? We're here. Okay, and then there was one other part I think that, oh, we didn't get the rest of Lindel's backstory, which kind of annoyed me, which was this, and this was on page 16 of chapter 15, which was, when I was young, I lived simply growing moss and raising caribou. I didn't have even have a name back then. Hold on, let me just double, you know what? Okay, the stuff about you know, his master naming him was definitely there, but yeah, the stuff about the caribou wasn't. There's one other thing I gotta double check, and then we can continue to see Nevin's tree, which is gonna be awesome. We didn't get the Icelandic name for the nest, which is Gia, but you know, whatever. I'm just whatever about it at this point. I'm so over like a lot of the bullshit that this anime skips. It's just so annoying. Anyway, let's get back to this. Oh my god. Okay, this part was skipped. Wow, it's grown tall, hasn't it? Linden trees can't be used for building, but they're just right for crafting with. Linden by itself won't make a good staff, so we'll add some other respectable types of wood to help support it. Anyway, it'll be getting dark soon. This was skipped. Like, why? Why would you not mention this? Oh my god, anime, I swear to god. So, this is Nevin's tree. I wonder if he's completely returned to the earth, was, skipped. Hold on. It hasn't even been a few months. I guess they're just, that different on a biological level. Oh my god. I don't know, his facial expression is just goddamn perfect when, you know, Chise falls out of the tree. Oh my god. Here we go. Let's get back to this. This part was skipped, which is, how's your shoulder? It doesn't hurt, does it? No, it's fine. Come to think of it, it doesn't hurt at all. Was skipped. I love Ruth. Ruth is so overprotective, and I love him. I love Ruth so much. He's awesome. All right, let's get back to this. This was skipped. Summer is coming, but there's a frightful chill in the air all the same. I think I'll light the fireplace. Oh, and then we get Adolf. All right. A bird. Here we go. Let's see if they do the Adolf's lines right. This part was skipped, which was, we happened to hear some rumors regarding the girl you recently took under your wing. That was skipped. Lindel called it rainbow, fucking A. I call it reindeer stew, but it's supposed to be caribou stew. Like, and that's the reason why I'm kind of mad that they didn't mention that Lindel used to herd caribou. It's like, why would you not mention this when he's making caribou stew? Like, whatever. I love seeing Lindel's healing magic. Ugh. Ancient Magus Prime, even when I get mad at you, you find a way to drag me back in. That's why I can't drop this series, is because it finds a way to keep me in. Like, ugh. Ancient Magus Prime, please, stop, don't stop! You need to stop fucking with me and just, like, be a good manga to anime adaptation. Just stop! I wish they would have used the right line, which was, oh, so that's why the church doggy was so worried today. Like, because that's just cuter. But whatever. This was skipped. If ignorance was truly bliss, then all living things could be content. That goes without saying. Was completely skipped. This was skipped as well, which is, when a person ceases thinking for themselves, they cease to be a person. Why are you content to be raised like a pet? Like, oh, why are you skipping this dialogue? Okay, this line was just, no. Okay, so in the anime, Chise says, my mother didn't need me, so she ran away, she died. That's not what it was supposed to be. In the manga, she says, eventually my mother came to hate me so much, she left me the only way she could. She died. Like, anime, stop butchering dialogue. This part was skipped too, which was, ever since I was a child, I could see things that nobody else could. And people couldn't understand when I made scenes and caused them trouble. And, like, I really, I want to say this about that particular dialogue, is that it just makes me think of Natsume. It really does, from Natsume Yujinchou. But anyway, there was nobody in the whole world who wanted me by their side. Then it goes into saying nobody except Elias. But, like, why would you not mention this? Ugh. Whatever. Okay, we're not going to mention, we'll leave the staff picking till tomorrow sleep now? Like, why would you, wow, they are butchering this story. Oh my god, what? Oh my god, you are butchering this fucking story. Like, oh my god. This is ridiculous! Alright, let me get to the part where, because it started out, I'm gonna say this, like, Lindel's bedtime story started out really nicely. It was doing so well, and then they skipped a lot of shit. This is what was skipped. In those times, the spirits who lent us their power were bountiful in the plains and fields, and we piled our skills both to survive and to help others. Our understanding of the world was passed down to us from our elders. And so the theories, customs, and techniques we developed came to be called magic by those who came after us, and we became known as Magi. I don't know why we live longer than normal humans, or why we're hardier. Some Magi turned their back on humanity from the beginning, while others shared relations with things unknown and transformed themselves by wielding their power. Maybe the reason this wound doesn't hurt is also because there aren't many left who bear the gift of long life now, but the unusual vitality remains. Let's see. We wandered the earth, helping people, helping spirits watching the world turn. Some grew tired of this way of living, while others in turn sought ways to avoid the shadow of death. This part was, like, for the most part, this part was completely skipped, and I don't understand why. Why are you skipping this much lore, anime? Like, I swear, this anime is acting like a 12-episode series when it's over 20 episodes. It's just so frustrating. And stop making me want to drop you, because I really don't want to drop the Ancient Magus Bride, but God, you're making it extremely hard. And that's where my story begins. Wasn't there? It was skipped too. It just started off with I wandered alone, sick of that way of life. I'm like, okay, whatever. Wow, we're skipping a lot of content. I called on the spirits for help to conceal myself from the eyes of others and live simply with the turn of the seasons, raising caribou and growing moss. I turned my back on my master despite all I'd learned, but I couldn't leave my caribou. The snows fell lightly that winter. And the wolves were scarce as well. There was no need to move south. I had planned to spend that winter by myself, keeping watch through the area, or through the night when wolves were in the area. Let me see if there's any other part before this. But no wolves came that night. Something else did instead. Let me see if this is there. Here we go. He said one night there was wolves, but no, that's not what it is. But whatever. This part was skipped too in the dialogue. Hold on. Something else? Something, or rather someone I think you might know very well. Yes, this is how Lindel meets Elias, and it is just, oh God, it's getting butchered to shit, but whatever. So now we're on chapter 16, and I'm so disappointed because there was a lot of good lore that was completely skipped in chapter 15. I just don't understand. I somewhat understand what they're trying to do this episode. They're trying to get all of Lindel's story in one episode, but God, I don't understand why they're sacrificing so much lore, though. Like, out of all the things to sacrifice, you're sacrificing lore? Really? You said you were hungry, right? Here's some caribou. Or wait, is it here some? No, it's here. It's caribou, sorry. Here, it's caribou. This was completely skipped. This part was skipped as well. You don't seem to be human. The where are you from was there, but the you don't seem to be human. Russia, or maybe Prussia, France, England? This was completely skipped. Where are you headed was skipped. This was completely skipped, which I did not understand. Where are we going? To see my master. She's a strange one, you see. We might find her on the other side of the earth or just a few steps away. She could be living 100 years in the future or a century in the past. Why? Why are you skipping lore? I can't stand it. See, now we're at the master's home. Oh my God, Rob! Oh, she looks gorgeous in this animation. That's like one thing I love, or a couple things I love about this anime. As I said, I love the animation and I love the soundtrack. So when I see like so much lore being cut, because what it's doing is it's trying to fit all this content into one episode. It's really disheartening and it's really sad because like the anime onlys miss out on a lot of important lore, like the backstory of the Magi, which it's just I keep thinking to myself, why can't you be like March Comes In Like a Lion? Because March Comes In Like a Lion wasn't afraid to split the content up. So I just don't get it, but whatever. Little Elias, oh God, little Elias. And that's another thing I love about this anime is the animation for the magic is just so gorgeous. And I don't want to drop this series. But God, you are making it so hard for me, Ancient Magus Bride, because I really love your soundtrack. I love your animation, but the lore being skipped, especially like a good chunk of the backstory for Magi or mages, that is really, oh my God, that's pissing me off so much. You have no idea. Oh my God, I love the cut shot we got to when Eliza's remembering anything that he remembers. She's like red, like the red, the red screen was just, whew, that was so cool. That was so cool. This part was skipped. I don't have the time to be playing nursemaid to some. The Russians are showing signs of movement. Norway and Sweden too. There's a limit to how long you can drift about living with animals while avoiding the notice of the great nations. Besides, it's about time you took on then she goes on to say, besides, it's about time that you took on a disciple of your own. And it bothers me that this is skipped because, in particular, because you get an idea of the time period of when this is happening. So God, it just frustrates me. Ugh, it just frustrates me so much. This part was definitely skipped. Enough that, I'm going to read it from the start. And I'm kind of annoyed that they didn't show, because in the manga, and this is on page 17 of chapter 16, there's this beautiful shot of the neighbors, or a beautiful panel of the neighbors, and I'm really disappointed that the anime did not have this. But this was, I'm going to read the full line. But, you know how much we are loved by the neighbors. That part was there, but this part was skipped though. Enough that they'll let us wield the shards of reality from which we were birthed. Answer love with love. It is our mission to offer support to those who falter. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. Why aren't you doing... The writing is just not doing this series justice right now. What? No! It says acquaintance, but it's supposed to be friend! Ah! What the fuck? It's not supposed to be friends. They're supposed to be family. Like... whatever. And then, after, Master gives, Elias his name, it jumps back to, I believe it's the beginning of the chapter. Just let me double check. Yeah, it jumps back to the start of the chapter, which I was kind of hoping it was going to do anyway, to be honest. But, at the same time, I'm just like, I don't like how it's being cut off, but whatever. Let's make sure that this dialogue's here. What? Oh my God. Yes, that's right. The college wishes to maintain connections with all youths, who can use magic or wizardry. I don't know where you caught wind of these rumors, but my puppy will be having nothing to do with you lot. Goodbye. That was, skipped. Okay, how the rest of this episode is, like, with, the adaptation, I'm kind of disappointed, because it could have done a little bit more, when Renfred says, it will ruin Chisei. I wish that it was in, I wish that line would have been, like, when Chisei was in the snow. But whatever. This episode overall, I am extremely disappointed more than anything. I'm extremely let down because there was some really good content that I wanted to see animated that wasn't there, like the backstory about the Magi, and it really annoys me that a good show, or the story of the Magi basically was butchered. It drives me nuts. I don't like that it was butchered like this. But whatever. I guess I'm expecting too much from this anime. I don't know, man. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you guys think of this episode? I'm really disappointed. I should just say this in general. I've been really disappointed in this series. Like, everyone's saying this series is going to be anime of the year. No. I will say this, though. I am glad that Anime News Network is on the same page as me for the most part. Especially when it comes to, like, anime reviews and stuff like that. We're on the same page, so I'm glad I'm not the only one kind of let down by this series. Everyone is, like, all the of course, the fan base is just, like, or the anime fan base is flipping the fuck out, but I'm sorry, you can't tell me that this is a good manga to anime adaptation. Like, yes, the animation is beautiful. Yes, the soundtrack is beautiful. But the content of the content itself, I gotta say, it feels like the way they are doing this is just so disappointing, but whatever. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdy Kids Like. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something on my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, follow my Twitch channel, find me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!